What's up guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing a run through of a ATG Rift on Diablo 3 using a Frenzy Barbarian. We're also going to go through some of the skills and some of the gear that we're using for the Frenzy Barbarian. Hope you enjoy, let's get into it.
So season 20 of Diablo 3 started today, and I played most of the day to get up to level 70 and to get to a point where I could do higher end greater rifts. Now, as I said before, we're running the Frenzy Barbarian, so for those who are unfamiliar, I'll run through quickly the gear and the skills being used. Let's firstly go through the gear. The Frenzy Barbarian uses the Horde of the 90 Savages set, which provides us with a 2-set bonus that doubles the effectiveness of all our shouts, and we also deal double damage that are affected by fears, frozens, and stuns. The 4-set bonus is each frenzy stack reduces damage taken by 6%, and frenzy lasts twice as long. The 6-set bonus is frenzy deals 1000% increased damage per stack. Now I'm using 5 pieces and using a Ring of Royal Grandeur, which reduces the set requirement down by 1, just so we can hopefully get a bit more power into this build by only using 5 pieces. Next we're using an Oathkeeper, which increases our attack speed by 50% and increases our damage by up to 200%. Now many of you will notice I'm using a purple gem for life on hit. It's purely for survivability, it's not for any other reason. Cool, let's move on. Now after my first 70 GR, I got a Primal Sunkeeper, which isn't great for the build, but it's also not that bad either. We rolled on some life per hit for some extra survivability, and used a Ralamandi's gift to throw a socket onto it. In our bracer slot, we're using Mortix Brace, which allows Wrath of Berserker to gain the effect of every rune. I think this is best in slot because you get extra attack damage, extra attack speed, and on top of that you get more armor, so a bit more survivability. On the necklace, we're using a Squirt's necklace, which gives us 100% increased damage while we don't take damage, and increases damage taken by 50%. We're using a Moratorium gem, which 35% of all damage is initially staggered and dealt to you over 6.10 or 6.1 seconds, and has a 20% chance on kill to clear all staggered damage. Now that depends on the level of the gem, but mine's quite low at the moment. I'm not really sure if that's the best choice of gem. If you don't think so, feel free to comment below what you think I should replace it with. On the rings, we're using a Band of Might, which reduces our damage taken by up to 80% whenever Furious Charge, Ground Stomp or Leap is cast, which we are casting that on cooldown. In that, we're using a Simplicity Strength gem, which increases the damage of primary skills by 46.5%, and hits with your primary abilities heal you for 4% of your maximum life, which I think it's a very good survivability gem, and it increases our damage with frenzy, so win-win there. Now, as I said before, we've comboed all of this up with a Ring of Royal Grandeur, which reduces our set pieces down to 5 instead of 6 pieces, and we've socketed it with a Gogok of Swiftness, which gives us an increased attack speed and dodge chance every time we attack. It also gives us 1% cooldown reduction, and that stacks up to 15 times, which just means more attack speed. Yay! In the pants slot, we're running a pair of Depth Diggers, which increases our damage from resource generators. Frenzy is a resource generator. It'll increase our damage with frenzy by up to 100%, which is nice. In our chest and our pants sockets, we are using diamonds for the increased resistance to damages. We just need that for a bit of toughness. early on I felt like I was running really low on toughness, so I dropped an amethyst into their helmet to help me with a bit of toughness. So that's all the gear that we're using on our person. So let's get into Canai's Cube, we'll have a look at that. In Season 20, they changed Canai's Cube so we were able to put whatever combination of weapons, armor, rings into Canai's Cube, wherever and however many we want. So we can have 3 weapons, we can have 3 armor slots or 3 ring slots. You can mix and match with whatever combination you want, which is straight up awesome. So my choices for the Greater Rift level 80 was, in slot 1 we had the Furnace, because who doesn't want 50% more damage to elites? I sure as hell do. In slot 2 we have Bastions Revered, which increases our stacks of Frenzy up to 10 stacks, up from 5, and each stack will now chain to any enemies within 15 yards, which gives us a bit more AoE ability. In slot 3 I've got an Aquila's Cuirass, which provides us with 50% increased damage reduction while above 90% primary resource, which we always are. Right, so now you guys know what gear I'm using. I'll quickly run you through the skills I'm using, and then I'll let you get on with enjoying the rest of the Rift. On the main click we're using Frenzy with the sidearm rune. This allows Frenzy to trigger additional hits, just giving us a bit more AoE ability. Mind you, we have all the runes anyway thanks to our gear. On the right click we're using Ignore Pain, which gives us a damage reduction of 50%. We're using the Ironhide rune, which extends the duration out to 7 seconds. On skill number 1 we're using Furious Charge with Dreadnought rune, which gives us 3 charges of Furious Charge. The main use of this is to trigger the Band of Might, so that way we get more damage reduction. On skill number 2 we're using Warcry with the Impunity rune to provide us with extra toughness, because this build without toughness is super squishy. On the skill number 3 we're using Wrath of Berserker with the Insanity rune, which provides us with a 50% increase in damage while in Wrath of Berserker, but thanks to Mortix braces we get all of the other benefits of all the other runes as well. Woohoo! On skill number 4 we're using Earthquake with Chilling Earth rune. I had this on just for extra freezing damage to trigger the double damage from the Frenzy set. I couldn't really tell if it was activating the double damage, but it was worth a try. Well guys, that's all from me for today. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to chuck a like there or hit the subscribe button. And if you got any suggestions on how I can improve this build, please comment below. If you do want to catch the live stream, you can check me out at twitch.tv/ClimateCraig. All links are in the video description. Thanks for watching.